Hey guys, Mark here. Well, welcome along again to ALL2WHEELERS here in Poole in the south of England, and today we're going to have a look round the Sinnis Terrain 125. Stay tuned and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Okay then guys, let's have a look around this 2021 Sinnis Terrain 125. We'll just run through the specifications first. So priced on these, they're coming in at $3,274. That's on the road. This has got the all new Euro 5 124cc engine, and the power is up from 11.2 to 12.7 horsepower at 9,500 RPM. This has now got the 4-valve head, which is liquid cooled. These first came out in, I think it's 2018, I believe. So it's a nice little update for Euro 5 now. Got a balancer shaft in there as well, making the engine very, very smooth. So weight on these, they're coming in at 162 kilos wet weight. Got a 14-litre fuel tank. And these are coming in at around about 100 miles per gallon, so it's going to have a huge range of well over 200 miles, I would say. Got a really good road presence. It's a very nice adventure style bike, this, so if you are a taller rider, this is going to suit you really well. Tyres on these, we've got a 100 section on the front. These are running CST Cheng Shin tyres, and we've got a 120 on the rear. That's a 17-inch wheel as well. So it's a 6-speed transmission on these now, up from the 5-speed. Got a 780mm seat height on this. Just have a look at me on the bike. I'm 5'7" tall, 30-inch inside leg, weigh about 75 kilos. Just see how I fit it, so you can make a comparison for yourself. So these are made in China at the Zhongshan factory, which makes bikes for many other manufacturers. So it comes as standard with lockable hard luggage, which is a really nice thing if you're going to be commuting and that sort of thing. We've got a convenient little USB port there. 2-year warranty on these. So chain drive, as I said, 6-speed. If it was my bike, I'd probably upgrade the chain. It is just an entry-level chain to something like a DID O-ring chain. But I'm sure you agree, guys, this is a really nice adventure style bike for very good value money. So we've got LEDs, indicators, we've got an LED kind of daytime running light there, halogen standard bulb, LED rear light and LED indicators. And these come in red, which is obviously the fastest colour, or white. Okay then guys, let's do the test ride. Okay then, Sinnis Terrain 125. Let's do this. God, this is really nice for a 125, wow. When I started riding bikes back in the 80s, a 125 was really small. You know, this is just like a mini adventure bike, so this is fantastic. When you first sit on the bike, first thing that hits you is how comfortable it is. Totally upright, nicely raked back wide bars. Let's just run through the controls. So you have a cable clutch, nice and smooth. It's non-adjustable for span, and your front brake lever is non-adjustable as well for span. You have your flashers, high and low beam. You've got hazards, which is a nice touch. Your left and right indicators, horn. Over this side you've got your engine start and stop, and your start. And that's about it really. Very simple suspension. You've got non-adjustable front forks. I think it's preload adjustable on the rear shock. We'll have a look at that later on. So beautiful looking dash. You've got analog rev counter, fuel gauge there, warning lights. You've got your time, gear indicator, which is nice if you're a beginner, trip meters, convenient USB there. You can change this to orange, I believe, if you hold that button. There you go, so that's gone to orange now. Let's put it back to the blue. So yeah, very, very nice dash there. Lots of information, very clear and easy to read. Alright, let's see how it starts up. So, simple push on the button, settles down to a lovely little single cylinder tick over. Alright then, let's do this. So very, very light, nice light clutch, easy on the take, nice early take. And straight away you think, God, this is such a comfortable little machine. It really is. And it's around about 165 kilos, but it feels very, very light to manoeuvre. So if you were having to do some commuting through the city to work, you've got all the panniers back there to carry your stuff. What an absolutely fantastic lightweight commuter machine this would be. Very economical, 100 miles per gallon, simple servicing, very good. So as I said, we're here in Poole in the south of England. Now this is a brand spanking new bike with 0 miles, so I'm going to be taking it very steady with the tyres and the brakes and everything, running it in gently. So let's run through this lovely Sinnis Terrain. So starting off with the mirrors, they're absolutely superb. They're very big and they're very, very clear. The mirror quality looks good. Yeah, and I could just see a little bit of my elbows in them, so top marks for the mirrors. So I mean, the gearbox is brand new, and straight away it's very, very light. So new for this year, you've got the 6-speed gearbox on this. So the screen is a very small little dinky affair, but we're currently just doing about 40 miles an hour, and it's doing a good old job. It's keeping most of the wind off me. I can just feeling it going over my helmet. So mirrors and screen all good so far. Indicators all work nicely. Nice and tactile, easy to use, that's great. So what we're going to do, we're going to go up and down the dual carriageway a bit, and then we're going to head into town to do a bit of town running, and then we'll head down to the sea just to finish off with the walk around. So the riding position, adventure bike style, as always, very, very upright, nice bars, very, very comfortable seat. Haven't been on this bike for long at the moment, but I'll report later how it feels, but so far it feels very comfortable. We're just in 5th at the moment, so this will do a top speed of around about 60 miles an hour or thereabouts. You may see an indicated 70 on the speedo, but the top speed is around about 60 miles an hour on these. So we're currently showing just about 50 miles an hour, and there's a little bit of buzziness coming through the foot pegs. Nothing through the seat and nothing through the bars. So all in all, pretty smooth for a 125 single. But so far, what a cracking little value adventure bike this is. So we'll just come off here. So this has the combined braking system, CBS as they call it. You don't have ABS on 125s generally, and what that does is when you put the back brake on, it puts the front on as well. So we'll just try that out in a while. So just applying it now. That all works nicely. Bear in mind it's all brand new, having to bed in. So I'm copping it a bit with the rush hour at the moment, but hey ho. So round the bends here, around the roundabout, feels very easy to lean over. Obviously brand new tyres at this stage, but they feel pretty good. So this is an adventure style bike. It would do light gravel trails, very light green laning, but I wouldn't be taking it for any serious off-road. But if you did have to do a bit of rough gravel tracks, I'm sure it'd be absolutely fine. So we're in 6th gear now. Just doing around about the 50 mile an hour. As I said, just a little tiny bit of buzz coming through the foot pegs, but all in all, very smooth for a 125 single. What a great little mini adventure bike. So as I said earlier, the riding position is very upright, seats very comfortable. If you look at my me in the cutscene of me on the bike, my legs are pretty much straight down with knees bent, so it's very, very roomy for the legs. If you're a 6 foot plus guy, you're going to be fine on this. Quite often get asked about my other 125 reviews. People say, oh, I'm very tall, I'm 6 foot plus, will this bike be okay for me? You know, you can ride any sort of small 125, but you'll be big on it. But this is definitely a good 125 bike if you are a tall rider, for sure. I mean, I'm not tall, I'm 5'7", and I can flat foot it. But on the other side of the coin, if you are tall, this will be fine for you. So we're just in 4th gear now, just winding it open a little bit into 5th. It's got quite a responsive little engine actually. It's very eager, it's keen to rev. But yeah, so far guys, first impressions, very nice bike. It's got a good road presence about it. This has, sorry. You know, it doesn't feel, you know, small in traffic. It's good. As I said, the clutch is very, very sweet and light and easy to use. Gearbox feels absolutely fine, nice and positive. I've had no false neutrals so far. And bear in mind, this will just get better and better as it runs in. So 2-year warranty on these. Yeah, ride quality. We're just yeah, I mean, the rear suspension feels a little bit firm, but because the seat's so comfortable and plush, it's absolutely fine. And the front forks feel quite firm as well. But as I said, the actual ride quality is very nice. Front brake's got a nice little bit of bite to it. Obviously that'll bed in more as the bike gets running, so no worries there. Okay, so we're just going to be coming into a 30 limit soon, and we can check the bike's fueling, make sure there's no surging or hunting in its fueling. So just doing some lane changing now. Nice clear mirrors, easy to use controls, but the whole bike, you know, it's nice and tall, you get a good view of everything. So we're in 6th gear now. doing just over 30 miles an hour. And do you know what, it's holding 6th quite well. Let's drop it down to 5th, it's probably a happier place for it. So we go 5th gear, about 5,000 revs. Very, very smooth at this rev, at this speed. Yeah, for sure, if you had to do some commuting to work, this bike would be just the ticket, I would say. Yeah, front brake's very good, it's got a good little bite to it. Yeah, this little Sinnis is absolutely brilliant through town. It feels very, very light in the steering, it's great. Right, we'll just check the fueling now for any surging or hunting issues. So we're currently in 5th gear, 30 miles an hour, 5,000 RPM, and do you know what, that's sweet, isn't that? That's lovely. There's no surging or hunting there. So fuel injection's all very nice. Throttle response is very, very mellow and easy. It's not going to catch you out at all. So just dropping it down to 4th now, all very easy gearbox, nice light clutch. Right, we're just coming down to Poole Quay now. It's exceptionally windy today, so apologies for any wind noise. So this is Poole Quay now, all along here. Lots of boats in today. Oh, this is great. If you needed to stand up on this, yeah, it's very easy to stand up. It's got a lovely dash on it, I must admit. It's really nice, very clear, easy to read. Down to 3rd. Again, perfectly fueled, no surging or hunting in the fueling. So there's quite a lot of bumps then. The suspension does feel quite firm, but not in a bad way. I was just expecting it to be a little bit softer as a sort of an adventure bike, but it's all good. Seat's exceptionally comfortable. Yeah, that combined braking works well. The front does dive down a bit, but it's reassuring that you've got some good braking power there from the back brake. Okay, so we'll just wrap this up in a bit. Do the walk around next to the sea. Yes, I've been meaning to ride one of these for quite a few years now. They've been out for a while, and I'm very, very impressed. It's got a very nice little 125 motor. It's just the whole feel of the bike, you know, the size, the presence, the comfort, the riding position. It all works very well. And very good value for money, also considering it comes with the panniers. That's great. Yeah, it's a very responsive, eager little engine. Right, just up here will be fine. There we go, guys. Right, let's park it up here. Okay, right then. Let's see what it goes like into neutral. So there's neutral, there's first, there's neutral, first, neutral. So that's very easy. Gearbox, even though it's brand new, is very, very slick and nice. So that's great. Little look at that dash for you. So a little sound test for you. Typical nice little 125 sort of burble. Right, we'll just leave it running, so you can just look at the lights and the indicators. I'll put that on high beam. So you've got a standard halogen bulb, and you've got these LED daytime running lights. Great stuff. What a super little bike. Alright, let's do the walk around, shall we? So all the plastics look nicely made. The paintwork on the tank, obviously red's a little bit faster. Nice that it comes standard with these crash bars. You know, if you do happen to drop your bike, that's going to protect you. And you also got a crash bar there, which is going to stop the panniers getting scratched. So that's a nice touch. See what it's like to push around. You've got a nice convenient grab handle there. That's very nice. So, you know, it's 160 odd kilos, but that is really easy off the side stand and ever so easy to push around. So top marks there. We'll just see what it's like to put onto the centre stand. Cool, it's blowing a gale here. So very easy on the centre stand. Now this is a really nice touch. A lot of 125s do not come with centre stands. A centre stand is so handy to have for chain cleaning, chain tensioning, all that sort of stuff. Checking your oil level, all that sort of stuff. So top marks for having a centre stand as well. So let's see what these cases are like inside. So there we go, little sort of cargo net there, all lockable. That's a really nice touch. So that's that. Paintwork looks nice, fit and finish all looks great. Gear change is very good. It's just a nice looking sort of mini adventure style bike, isn't it? So there's your single disc on the front, combined braking system, decent performance there. Pretty decent-ish. CST Chengshin tyres, sort of dual purpose. It's got a nice little beak to it. So I'll just give you the look at that engine. All looks nicely made, water cooled for keeping the temperatures down. Excellent stuff. These do have an oil filter, a proper oil filter, not just a gauze to clean, so that's a nice touch. So just to sum up, really nice comfortable seat. Haven't ridden it for that far, but I can tell from riding it that you'd easily be able to do 2 or 3 hours in this. That's a very nicely padded seat. It's not that tall, I can get my feet flat to the floor, but if you are a taller rider, this will be good for you. That is a good bike for the money, I would say. If you're in the market for an adventure style bike to do all sorts of things, commuting, comfort, maybe a little bit of light touring, you've got the panniers, which is a good thing to take your stuff in. Give one of these a look for sure. Well guys, please give me a like, share and subscribe as always, and I'll catch you again in a week or two for another review. This is Mark signing off. Bye bye for now guys.